So what holds you back anyway? Look, I'm assuming that you do have the ability to think big picture. In other words, you know how a lot of people are very caught up in day-to-day life. There's the kids, there's work, there's meetings, there's other challenges going on. There's all kinds of things. There's family issues, lots and lots of things going on in our lives. Certainly everyone's different. However, my experience shows that a lot of people spend a lot of time doing a lot of things that come under a category we call mess. And we'll talk more about that later. But the reality is, a lot of our time is spent on things that don't help us to generate financial security. Some of those things, of course, we want to spend our time on. For example, time with family is very valuable, and in my mind, the best time that we can allocate. Friends, family, the things that are most important to us. Let's face it though, how many people have enough time for those things? How many people are too busy earning a living to make real money, as the old cliche goes? Nothing wrong with working to earn a living. Working is good for us. I guess the problem is that many people spend a good deal of their lives trading time and effort for money. They work for money. Money does not work for them. Very few people are able to learn and are determined enough to make money work for them. So what holds you back? What do you really want? Are you serious about it? You see, we can build up a big list of things that hold us back. And I often joke with my clients and the people I know about what I euphemistically call the list of 37. There's 37 reasons. Now, I haven't actually developed a list of 37 per se, but we could easily get up to 37 and beyond if we sat down and wrote them all out. There are lots of reasons why people fail financially and don't achieve what they're capable of. For some, they just don't trust anybody, and that's because they've had a bad experience. For others, they don't know where to start. For some people, they are too busy. There's so much going on in their lives, they're just absolutely busy. I met someone the other day who, when we discussed it, we realised it wasn't busy. It was the fact that that particular person was demonstrating what we called avoidance behaviour. In that case, he was busy doing up a property because he wanted to generate some income, which was of course perfectly valid. The reality is that's been the same story now for many, many months. In fact, when we explored it more closely, he realised, in fact, it was just an excuse not to do some other things that we'd discussed that he knows he has to get on and do. One of those is to get on and get into business. He is a successful employee and he's earning a good level of income and having a degree of success. However, it's not where he wants to be. For him, his avoidance behaviour is helping him to stay inside his comfort zone so that he doesn't have to face off against the challenges that he knows he's going to face when he gets into business. Now, I'm not proposing for a moment that you should jump into business tomorrow. Please hear me out. Watch the rest of this video so that you can see how you can adopt a reasonably holistic approach and how you can do it with very little risk and much less time than you're going to spend trading time and effort. So what are the things that hold you back? You can see on screen there's a number of things. I don't think there's 37, but there is a good number. Perhaps you might want to take a moment and pause this video and write down for you what you think are perhaps the 3 biggies. What are the 3 big things that hold you back? Because you know what? I'm going to be able to show you how you can resolve those. Keep watching. And thinking about what holds you back, there's likely a number of things. We've talked about listing just 3 of them. Now what I'd like you to do quickly is think in your mind about, let's just say again, 3 things that are very important and dear to your heart. What are those 3 things? What are 3 things that you really want to achieve that are very important for you? It could be that you want to have the resources so that you can provide your children with possibly a private education, or at least a proper education and opportunity. Funding education is a key issue now for all New Zealanders. It could be that you're getting closer to the so-called retirement, or whatever you want to call it, and whatever that thing is, you're starting to wonder whether or not you're going to have enough money. So maybe it's just financial security. A number of the people I talk to tell me that they don't want to be rich. They don't want to be like that, as though there's something wrong with it. In fact, they just want to be secure and safe. That's fine. If that's where you're at, there's nothing wrong with that. Because remember, 95% of people don't even get there. Is it the fact that you want a new house, growing family, not enough space, and you need more room? Is it the fact that you're looking further afield, and it may be that you're comfortable but you're wanting to expand? Maybe you've paid off some debt, you've got a good strong balance sheet, and you're looking at your other options. Maybe you're good at saving and you've done that successfully. You've paid off debt, you've saved money up, but now you're stuck. Now it's a question of, okay, well, we paid off debt and we saved money, that was uncomplicated and simple. But now what are you going to do? Is it property? Is it share market? Is it business? Or is it some of those other clever things that exist out there, like options trading and futures and share market trading and currency trading? Or is it gold? The list goes on. My suggestion is, for most, it's important to stay with the basics that work. A number of people want to get rich quick. I'd strongly advise you that whilst one or two people are successful, it is less that they're successful, more that they're lucky. And that's why they're in the news. That's why you hear about them. There are very few people that are that lucky and that successful. For you and I, it is going to be a case of stick with the basics, stick with the fundamentals, do what works, and go at it hard. The funny thing is, it actually doesn't take you any more effort to be rich than it does to remain poor. I'll let you decide what rich is and what poor is. What I can suggest to you though is, if you want to progress from where you are, the best place to start is to look at those things that hold you back. Because the reality is that the things that stand in your way, those barriers and obstacles, are the raw material for further progress. This is just a lesson in life. It's a rule of the universe. And you can't argue with that, you can't break it, you can disagree with it, but the reality is the things that hold you back, in fact, are the raw material for further progress. You see, I mention that to you because that's where your greatest progress lies. And that's why I want to show you how you can go about breaking through those barriers and obstacles. So keep the list of 3 handy, and we'll come back to that.